Okay, let's talk about spermatogenesis in this video. Okay, spermato here refers to sperm, and that is the male gamete, and the word genesis means it is related to the mode of formation, and therefore this term spermatogenesis is a process of sperm production, and it takes place in a structure which is within the testes. The name of the structure is seminiferous tubules. Okay, so this is the longitudinal section of the testes, which you can see right here. These structures, lots of these structures, these are the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so spermatogenesis is a process which is stimulated by hormones. Okay, namely follicle stimulating hormones, or the FSH, and testosterone. And this process is also aided dibantu by a luteinizing hormone, which is LH, that works to stimulate testosterone secretion in the testes. Okay, next, we are going to look at what's happened within these seminiferous tubules. Okay, there is these terms, the name of the cells that you need to start with, and that is called the primordial germ cells, which will undergo cell division to produce sperm. And within the walls of these seminiferous tubules has got Sertoli cells. Okay, so mark this term. The Sertoli cells function is to provide nutrients throughout the process of spermatogenesis. And sperm, once they are produced in these seminiferous tubules, it will be transported from here to the epididymis. Okay, that's the epididymis, and then they will flow out through the sperm duct, and that is the vas deferens. Okay, here. So each of these tubula, the seminiferous tubules, consists of the primordial germ cells. Okay, so this is the process of spermatogenesis, where you can see there are three phases right here: multiplication phase, we have growth phase, and also maturation phase. There is also a process, differentiation right here. So mark all these phases. So we start with the primordial germ cells by telling that these cells divide mitotically. That means you will end up getting diploid cells, and that is diploid spermatogonium. Okay, so these primordial germ cells, initially they are diploid, 2N. After undergoing repetitive mitotic divisions, the spermatogonium that is being produced is also 2N. And what happened to the spermatogonium is that it will undergo growth phase, which means they are now expanding to form primary spermatocytes. And since this is just development or growing phase, so that's why it is still 2N for the primary spermatocytes. Okay, moving on. Each of these primary spermatocytes is going to undergo meiosis 1. Okay, so this is it, meiosis 1, and therefore they will end up getting 2 of these secondary spermatocytes. And now these secondary spermatocytes is already haploid. Okay, so take note, what are the cells that are diploid and what are the cells that starts to become haploid. Okay, so from this secondary spermatocytes. So what happened next is that each of these secondary spermatocytes will undergo meiosis 2 to produce another 2 haploid spermatids. Okay, so take note of the names of the cells. It is now called spermatid, which then will undergo differentiation process, right, and then forming sperm. So this is the structure of a sperm, where you can see has got the head component and also the tail component. And of course, a sperm is haploid.